In this video, you will learn about database management system software. So please stay tuned till the end of this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my video. Thank you. Database management system. So database management system is a one type of software that is going to help out to deal with the database. So we have a number of different available software for the database. So some of the softwares, as you can see on the screen, MySQL, Oracle and SQL Server. So all these are different database management system softwares. So let's discuss in detail more about database management system. Database management system. So database management system, as you can see on the screen, so we are going to manage the database. We are going to manage the database with the help of a system. With the help of a system. So what is database management system? We are going to manage a database with the help of a system, will be called as database management system. Will be called as database management system. More in detail about database management system. Oh, a database management system is a computer software essentially serves as an interface between database and end users or application programs, ensuring that data is consistently organized and remain easily accessible. What does it mean? Database is a software. What is a software? Software is a nothing but a set of programs which is going to help us to perform a specific task. So database management system is also a one type of software which is going to help us to access a database, right? So it is going to provide us an interface between a database and a end users or any other application programs. So database is serving as an interface or the mediator between a database system software, DBMS. DBMS is a software which is going to serve as an interface between a database and a computer user or application programs, so that a user or application programs can do any sort of operations on data available in the database. So database management system is a software which is going to help us to interact with the database, right? So DBMS makes it possible for end users to create, read, update and delete data in database. So with the help of DBMS is a software. So with the help of that software, a user can interact with the database, as well as in that interaction a user can create a new data, a user can read the existing data, a user can update the existing data, a user can delete an existing data, right? DBMS is a system software for creating and managing a databases. So this DBMS is a system software for the databases. Okay, as we have the system software operating system for our computer system, for our mobile phones. For mobile phones we have a variety of system software such as Android, iPhone. Like this we have a different operating system, iOS, Android. We have an operating system. For the desktop we have a Windows, Linux, Unix are the different operating system. So same like this, for the databases we have a operating system. That operating system is nothing but a database management system software, right? So database system software is for creating and managing databases. A DBMS allows users to build program for data maintenance. So DBMS allows the users to build a program. What is a program? Program is a collection of set of instructions. So we can create our own functionalities with the help of database management system software, so that we can have our own functionality on a data available inside the database. So the to use the data from the database we can have our own functionality. We can build our own functionality. How can we build our own functionality? With the help of programs, right? So what is a program? Is a set of instructions. So to have these programs, to write the program, we need a programming language. So that programming language is a fourth generation query languages are available, such as SQL, are used along with data DBMS packages to interact with the database. So, if you want to read something from the database, you need to write a command with the help of SQL language or any other programming language, even to read, write, update, delete any data from a database with the help of DBMS software. So, this DBMS examples includes MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle. So these are the most popular used DBMS software in the market. The first is MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle. So these are the different DBMS softwares available in the market. So DBMS is a suite of software tools used to store and manipulate data. Why it is called as a DBMS is why it is called as a suite of software, as Microsoft Office is a suite of softwares. Okay, in this we have Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel. So like this we have combination of different application in one application, Microsoft Office. So same like this in DBMS, is it is a suite of software tools. Okay, so one tool will help you to read the data, one tool will help you to generate a query, one tool will help you to generate a report. So like this we will be having different tools by using which we can manipulate the data as when required. So DBMS software comprises of three parts. The first is the database, next is the DBMS software, and the last is application program, wherein users, that will be called as user interface software. So first part of a DBMS software is a database. Next, DBMS itself, DBMS stands for database management system. Okay, it's nothing but a software. And application programs, this is a block diagram of a database management system. So database, as discussed, okay, will be the first part of our DBMS. So first part is database. If we have the database, then upon this we will be having a database, upon which we'll be having a DBMS. DBMS is a software. So what actually this software is going to do, this software is going to uh, manage the data, as well as it is going to do the all transaction processing. Transaction on the data means what, which type of data is coming, which type of data is going out, and what sort of operations will be done by the user or programs on the data. Each and every log details of data management will be stored in transaction processing part of DBMS. At what time data has been stored, at what time data has been deleted, at what time data has been updated, each and everything will be noted in DBMS software with the help of transaction processing. Next we have the users and application programs. Okay, users are end users, application programs are nothing but we will be developing an application program with the help of programming languages supported by DBMS. So what are the programming language for the databases? We will be having SQL for the writing structure query language. Okay, MySQL, Oracle, we have different DBMS software applications we have seen softwares. So in each software we will be having different sort of SQL languages. So with the help of that languages we can write our own application programs so that the user can have their own functionality upon databases. So for example, you have a database. Now you want to interact with the database. You are here. So for example, you are using computer system or you are using a mobile phone. You are a user and this is a database. You want to interact with the database. How you are going to interact with the database? You require a software to interact with the database. You cannot directly interact with the database. So that software is nothing but a DBMS. That software is nothing but a DBMS. This DBMS, if you are taking a help of one software, DBMS software, to interact with the database, so that software will be treated as an interface between a user and a database, a user and a database. So this interface or a medium through which you are going to interact with the database, and it is going to record all the management of the data, as well as what are the different transactions you are going to do on the data. It is going to record each and everything. So it is going to provide an in bridge between or the interface between users as well as in a database. So it is going to give you an API, application interface, it will give you, through which you can interact with the database. So this is a diagram of a database management system or a database system. So here we have the database. What is a database? Okay, a database is an organized collection of data generally stored and accessed electronically from a computer. Okay, in the previous days, we used to maintain the data base in a notebook or a book or a register, okay, manually, wherein we will be writing all the details with the pen. Whereas here in computer, we are going to put the data electronically, right? So a database is an organized collection of data generally stored and accessed electronically from a computer, right? Most databases contain multiple tables which may include several different fields. Okay, every database will have a tables. Most of the databases will have multiple tables. Each of them include several fields. In a one table I have a different number of fields, in another table different number of fields, like the different fields will be there in different tables. Okay, for example, a company database may include tables for production, employees, financial records, etc. Okay, if I have a company, that company will have a some product table, some employee table, some finance table. So three tables one organization is maintaining. So like this, if a company is maintaining three different tables, if I combine these tables, will be called as a database. Okay, so here I have most database contains multiple tables which may include several different fields. So this can apply on a third point, right? Each of these tables would have different fields that are relevant to the information stored in the table. Okay, every field will be different from another field among the different tables available in a database, and these fields will be different from each other and will have the relevant information stored in the table, right? So what is the application for program or user interface? An API is not a database. Remember this. API is just a access point to an application software. What is application software? DBMS, that can access a database. For example, in your mobile phone, you have contact database. You have a contact database, right? If you want to see the contact, you will be using an API. That API is nothing but your contact application interface. That interface, you will be able to see search over there, you will be able to see ABCD alphabetical order in which the contact has been stored. So that is going to provide you the interface. By using that interface, you will be able to interact with the database. You will be able to interact with the database. So it's just an API, right? So API is just an access point, not a software, right? A access point to an application software, that is DBMS. API, what is the purpose of API? API goes to the database with access credentials. Okay, for example, you have a login page on your screen. So by seeing that particular login page, you will be entering your user ID and password. The moment you enter the user ID and password, with the help of this user ID and password, it will match the credential. If user ID and password matches, then the request goes to the database and relevant data will be returned in upon request from the user, right? So in this way the API will work. So API, just an access point, will allow you to interact with the database in terms of more appropriate convenient way, so that users feel comfortable to access the database. For example, you have a Gmail server. So how can you interact with the Gmail server? Simplest way, the Google has given you the Gmail account, it has given. So how to access the Gmail account? You are going to enter your email account and password. By entering that particular details, it will be allowing you to sign in. The moment you are going to get sign in means all your details has been sent to the database of a Gmail. In database of the Gmail, all your details has been verified. Upon verification, Okay, upon verification, data has been returned to the user's request, and you will be able to see the all your inbox or whatever the activity you can do with the help of your email account will be visible on your screen. So in this way, your API will be help you to log in. So API is just an access point, it's not a database. How you are going to interact with the database, API will tell you. In API you will be having different options. So look and feel of application, look and feel of application is nothing but an access point, that is API. Let's see the characteristics of a database. So first is organized and related. So it should be well organized and related. Whatever the data you have in database, it should be well organized and related. Shared, whatever the data you have in a database, it should be shared between or among different users and applications as well. Permanent and persistence. For example, whatever the data you have entered into the database, so that data should be there in the database after your work as well. For example, uh, mm, as you have seen in the diagram of a database, right? In the diagram of a database, database will be able to manage the data as well as it is going to record all the data transaction. So data transaction is nothing but a after your transaction is over. Okay, for example, you have done a certain data transaction and manipulation on the data 30 days or 15 days before. Okay, and you forgot where you have stored something. So database software will help you, is nothing but a DBMS software will help you to recover that particular, to get that particular all these details from the database. So data in a database exists permanently, in the sense data can live beyond the scope of the process that is created it. Okay, clear with this? So validity, integrity and correctness of the data. Data should be correct with respect to the real world entity that they represent. So whatever the data you are going to enter into the computer system with the help of it, any database software, okay, it should be correct one. So how it should be correct one? We'll be having integrity constraints, we'll be having validation controls. By using all this, we will be learning more in detail about validation control, integrity of the data in coming videos. Security, definitely the database will provide you the security to our data. Data should be protected from unauthorized access. So what is unauthorized access? Every user will be given with a user ID and a password, by using which a user can interact with the interact with the databases. So next, consistency. What is the consistency? Whenever more than one data element is in a database represents related world values. For example, uh, if you have a sales department will be having a today's sales target 100. Okay, they will be having inventory. For example, inventory is 1000. You have a 10 different sales counter. In each sales counter, every salesperson is having a certain target. So for example, on one counter the sales is somewhere around 60, on some counter 40, right? So each and every counter will be having a different sales. So with respect to the sales, inventory level should be reflecting to all the different sales counter. Okay, as well as that inventory should be reflecting to the all sales counter, means whatever the data is there, it is consistent, it is making consistency among different sales counter. Every counter will be able to see, okay, at the opening stock of this particular products are 1000, by afternoon, okay, the how many number of sales has been made by different counters should be available, will be available on the screen, and what is the inventory level. So everything will be available on the screen. So it means that data in a database with the help of DBMS software is consistent, making a consistency in the database and making an appropriate data among different users on the database. So the value should be consistent with respect to the relationship. We'll discuss more in detail about database management system in coming videos. Please stay tuned on my channel. Please subscribe and share my video. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my video. Thank you.